Alright, man, welcome back. This is Brain.5, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It's been so long, I can't quite remember. My apologies. I low-key kind of forgot about this series, so that's on me, not on you. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into it, man. Today, we're going to be doing something. We're going to be doing what we always do, but approaching it a little bit different. So I found this website called Sample Focus where users can upload the samples that they've made and then others can download. It's kind of like sample sharing, if you will, which is pretty cool. We're going to we got the Logic session open, as you can see. And we're going to add the sample that I downloaded a little while ago to see what we can come up with today. I also found, it's pretty cool, given that it's from another producer, they're pretty good about giving you the key and the BPMs so that you can, manipulate it how you want. But one thing that we are also going to do that I just kind of learned recently in Logic is stem splitter. So when you get a sample like this, you can break it into the individual stems of the instruments that have been used. At least the best that Logic can do. It's kind of AI. It's kind of just a feature that's built into Logic. A newer feature, I should say. As you can see here, it just broke it out into 2 different tracks, which cohesively make the entire sample that I've downloaded. So let's see what we got. So we have a bass line. First things first, I'm going to split this in half. The first half with that synth lead kind of sounded like a more of a hook part. And then the heavy bass line comes in with just a steady background synth sound. So I'm going to split those into a verse and a hook part. So for now, we're going to fuck with that bass line, try to lay down some drums, see if we can apply it to the hook part, and if not, we can make up some other drums there. But let's see what we can come up with. Also, if I haven't explained it on another video before, sometimes I'll take samples from drums to use in instances like this. A lot of times what I'll try to do is create my own drum tracks. Being a drummer, that's usually my instinct. Some of the melodies and leads and, I can lay down a bass part or so, but a lot of times the samples will be more of a melodic instrument that I can work with, and then I'll lay down whatever drums I'm feeling and kind of get something cooking over here, you know what I mean? See if we got any hat loops that will kind of match this. We got 80. Let's lay down our own hats for this one. Sometimes some hi-hat loops will give you a nice little different vibe, but if I'm not feeling anything, I'll just lay down my own shit. You gotta find the right hi-hat sound, you know what I'm saying? kind of like the fast hi-hats on this one to keep it real with you. Sometimes the hardest part is just finding specific sounds that you want to put in the drum kit that fit the vibe of whatever you're trying to make, you know? I feel like this one kind of needs a snare clap, kind of like that. Let's see how that sounds. And then we'll get a kick as well. See? You load up the sounds into the drum kit, the electronic drum kit sampler, and then play whatever you want. So let's see, we got the, oops. Just to add a little extra drum, a little extra hi-hat texture on top. And then we're gonna add these drums in. See how that sounds before we duplicate. Sounds pretty good. Make sure these are the same volume. And sometimes, but not always, I'll quantize the drums depending on, you know, what the feel of the beat is. Sometimes it's a little bit better to have some swing in the drums and not always be right on time. But for whatever reason, this one kind of with the electronic vibe, I'm feeling a little more precise with it, so. And then we can just copy and paste the bass and snare. So that sounds pretty cool. Let's see if the bass and the drums sound good over the hook lead that was in the sample. Whoops. This is just the bare bones structure, skeleton of the beat, if you will, as I move along, you know, probably not on the video per se. I'll more make a structure to the song, an intro, the verses, hook, maybe a bridge in between. But let's see if we can find a little 808 that fits. What I'd like to do is drop the 808 into the quick sampler. That's a great feature of Logic. That way you can play different, you know, octaves of the 808, which is pretty dope. So we're in F. So honestly, it doesn't sound like much, but I'll isolate it just so you can hear the 808 itself. It just kind of gives it a little more boom when you listen to it in the car or with headphones or whatever. It's a fuller sound. See what I'm saying? But with the beat, it kind of just blends in, which is nice. And I'm getting the rainbow wheel of sometimes death, so I'm gonna go ahead and save this before anything crazy happens. That's that, man. Beat Brains 5, you heard?